boy. Oh, yuck. Oh, that's not good. That's...
I worked my way around the house, pretty much just trying to expose the sills to see what kind of damage there might be. I knew that I was going to expect some damage, and I really just wanted to get a handle on to how extensive that was. So I had to rip off a lot of siding, and then I had to rip up a lot of the boards from the front porch. Took a break to check out the solar eclipse. It was pretty cool to watch it with the family. We weren't in the path of totality, but pretty close by. And it was pretty cool to see it come and go. So, I've gone around the perimeter and I've found possibly some game-changing termite damage. I need to spend some time thinking about this, but there's a good amount of damage here. I haven't quite got the full perimeter opened up yet, but the back side is pretty bad. I'll take you back there and show you it, but there's places where the floor joists have just kind of sunk down into the deteriorating sill around the top of the foundation, and I think that I'll have to replace the floor joists. So I had the inspector come by today and just kind of talk through what my plan was, and you know, it really makes it a lot more work than what I was thinking about. This is a rough dimensional 2x8 that used to sit on top of this 4x6, but the 4x6 has decayed. The 2x8 has had enough damage that it's sunk down. This side of the house is about 1.5 inches low. This sill has like been destroyed. This is the worst that I've seen so far. But there's some pretty bad damage along the entire end of the house over here. This end of the house has sunken probably about 1.5 inches in a lot of places. So I have to replace the sill and probably a fair number of these floor joists. They're about 12 feet long. And they go back to the middle hallway, so it's pretty much the entire side here. That's a ton of work, and I guess I need to sleep on it a little bit before I get started. This is going to require a little bit of thought.
You want to talk?
I want to talk. There's a lot of folks who say, you should burn that down, you should knock that down and just start over. And there is, you know, and just because it's old doesn't mean it's worth saving. And there's some validity to that. There is a break-even point where we kind of put so much labor and effort into trying to fix problems around what's there that we would be better off maybe just kind of starting from scratch. So
does that make you sad on the inside?
A little bit, but I mean that's kind of what we there's always been a plan B.
Right.
It's never been a very fleshed out plan B. But.
Right. So we're going to go look at this. You're going to show me why you think plan B is the better option.
Yeah,
Not the better option, but potentially.
Yeah, and you can tell me what you think.
Okay. Sounds good.
All 4 corners need to be replaced. The one down there is a little bit better. This one is probably next best. The other 2 are even worse. But the bigger kicker is as I'm going up or down this side here, the sill plate and the joists are actually in better condition than the backside, so I wouldn't have to replace all this floor joist. But these boards looked fine when I took the siding off. They looked fine, but then I poke at them and they're like very deteriorated and eaten up. So this is what's causing me concerns. Even if I fix all the problems with the floor framing, you know, what am I saving above? That's kind of where my reservations are coming from. What do you think?
When we first bought this house, I said, this could be a money pit if we're not careful, right? Like,
Yeah, so we're at that point where we need to decide if we're going down the money pit route or if we are going for plan B.
right. But
Which we need to flesh out a little bit
totally
more.
understand what you're saying though, because at the end of the day, if we're gonna have to gut the inside of this house anyway because it's full of like asbestos. It's full.
That's a big
of
pain.
Nasty carpet. It's full of animal poop. Like everything on the inside of this house is gonna have to be ripped out anyway. So what we're talking about doing is getting it down to the studs, and if the studs are bad, what's the point?
Plan B's always been to start from scratch, so we knew it was a possibility, but you know, why not investigate it to see if we can reuse it? But we're to the point now where we understand the limitations and can better assess the impact to our investment. So
Yeah. We're burning it down.
let's go see what we want to save.
You got it? Don't let go.
What's this? What's this?
So what are we looking for? Hardware that we want to salvage?
Just anything you think you
I
might
think we
want to
should
salvage.
salvage like the brick around the fireplaces.
It's a little hard to do this in the dark. Tomorrow the power company is supposed to come and hang the transformer. I've had the temporary power pole up for about 4 weeks, so I guess that's about the time frame you should expect if you're looking to get temporary service in this area. And that's temporary service where they have to hang a transformer. I'm sure if the transformer were already hanging out there, it would have been done probably the day afterward.
Can you take all the doors out?
Take all the doors out. So we want this kind of stuff.
Yes, I want any hardware.
Can I go inside there?
No. This is a pretty nice shelf. We should move this out.
This looks like Paul Jackman made it.
In all seriousness, I'm really having to scratch my head here and decide what I want to do. It's been fun to play around over here and kind of clean up the lot and think about renovating, but when it comes right down to it, I've got a decision to make. And if you want to weigh in and let me know what you think we should do, nothing's set in stone. If you want to have input, put it in the comments. Thanks for watching.